And this is the next video coming into your ear hole. The systems of capitalism exist to benefit parasitism. Definitely not communism or socialism. No, it's capitalism. Now, this doesn't mean that every case of a product for a fair price is corrupt, but wherever a corporation exists, you're going to have the ongoing corruption of consumption, which is not unique to capitalism, and the status quo will just go along with that. Like mindless hordes of zombies, again, he's bringing up his buzzwords, because I don't know really. I guess the apex parasites are good at getting their happy brain juices pumping, hijacking their reward systems. I don't know. It's fairly observable, though, that this is the case. I mean, we wouldn't have billionaires otherwise. Again, we have billionaires of all races, all genders. We got female billionaires. We got gay billionaires. I mean, wow, you're a billionaire. You were competitive and motivated. You had all the motivation, and you got ahead. You know, you made your money. You succeeded. You made a profit. You're a bad person. You succeeded. Everybody wants to be a billionaire, but everybody hates a billionaire. Am I right? We all want the money, but we hate everyone that's got the money. I don't think that's like I said earlier, that's a human being issue. That's not a class or cultural issue. It's not a capitalism issue. Anyone on the outside of this sees the again, he's speaking on behalf of everyone. He's generalizing. Anyone on the outside of this sees the problems with capitalism and how it will consume our world. You don't have to be especially smart to do so. You just need to not be ensorcelled. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Is this a word? Hold on, I got to look this up. This is a word.
Ensorcelled.
I've been ensorcelled. Perhaps like sorcery. I've been ensorcelled. Hey, I just expanded my vocabulary. Cool. I'd learned a new word today. Ensorcelled. You just need not to be ensorcelled by a web of delusions. Mutualism is much more intelligent as it protects and preserves life. Intelligent. Let's see. When you pit mutualism up against parasitism, mutualism is intelligent, but parasitism seems to be more successful. That's why the worlds of this universe where life will survive are those that evolve mutualism. Well, if that's true, then why do we still have parasites? Why have parasites continued to evolve? Because they're successful. I don't know. I don't think this guy understands science or Darwinism. The rest will just devour themselves into non-existence. Look up the Great Filter. But it hasn't happened yet. Instead, it's a cycle that does not end with non-existence. Robert doesn't seem to be ensorcelled at all, man. Buzzwords, repeating himself. He's a thesaurus, man. By the delusions that allow one to see capitalism. Buzzwords. I mean, this guy... Clearly, very little of this guy's thoughts are his own. This guy's been propagandized for a long time. I showed y'all in a previous video this guy's message history. All the messages that he's made that contain the word white, 29 hateful racist posts. I'll say maybe 3 or 4 of those posts, he might have brought up the word white, like the actual color, like in a game, like snow is white. I'll say 25 posts, dating all the way back to 2013. Long-standing, 8-year-long pattern of toxic, hateful, racist, abusive behavior. But it's not him. And again, caveat lector, another phrase that he brings up. He's just repeating what he's heard. As Waffles points out, she sees Altera as this corrupt. See, she sees Altera as a corrupt, all-consuming thing. Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the actions that Altera's made to where you can point at and be at this? She's a scientist. Scientists need evidence to prove their hypothesis, right? But this is such an unscientific approach. Jill Murray doesn't know how to write a scientist. Altera's a big parasite. It's a powerful parasite, but it's a parasite nonetheless. So, Robin doesn't like Altera because they're a big, powerful parasite, and that justifies anything that she does against them. This paragraph has spoilers, so caveat lector. Anyway, that's why Altera wants to turn the Corabacterium into a bioweapon. Really? Show me. What PDA? Auldwolf, tell me where in the game to find the PDA where you learned that. Where in the game does Unknown Worlds exist? Where does Below Zero show me that Altera wants to turn the Kara into a bioweapon? He's just talking out of his ass. It's not in the game. It's a means of leverage so they can take over the other transgovs and force their consumption upon them. Again, he's talking out of his ass. There's not a single fucking line of text in any PDA in the game at any point in development. At no point. I've been on the Wikipedia. I've looked at past patches that I didn't even participate in. I've looked at all the patch changes. I've looked at the whole process. I've got the free time. I've looked into it. There's at no point what he just said, there's not even a hint. He's spreading his ass cheeks wide and he's fisting himself. He's reaching deep into his ass and he's pulling shit out of his ass. Oh. All a parasite cares about is consumption. Blah, blah, blah. As for Subnautica having a story, no, it had world building. I mean, it had a story and it had world building. A few voiced lines of dialogue sparsely scattered around is not a story make. Well, what about the... So, according to him, only voiced dialogue can make a story. According to Auldwolf, you can't read a book. A book is not a story because there's no voice, there's no dialogue, right? So ignore all the PDAs in Subnautica because there was only a few voice lines and they didn't make a story. Disingenuous. Man, I love making fun of neckbeard, fedora-wearing hipsters. People that think they're smart and clever. It's like, yeah, I know all these cool words. I'm so intellectual. Look at me. Hey. You hear quiet and polite snickering in the background. People, we know, you know. We're being polite. We're not going to say anything because we know he is Schrodinger's douchebag. You can't argue with him. You're inviting misery upon yourself. Not everyone wants to talk to a brick wall. Has nothing of interesting value to say. Can't change its mind either. Oh, wow. I wouldn't even be generous enough to call it a poem. Yes, Subnautica had pretty great world building, but it had no story. I think anyone that believes differently ought to read a book. Son of a bitch. This guy's got to be trolling. He can't be serious. He cannot have just said that. I think anyone that believes differently ought to read a book. Jill Murray is a talented author, and she's done great work for Below Zero. He's got to be trolling. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, shit. What the? Oh, there's so many more posts. I need to make another video of this, guys. Oh, my goodness. Well, Big Brzezinski comes in and he addresses those hot takes. Shit, dudes. Let's hop into the next